Hello to everyone. It's the last week before Christmas. Markets are behaving in a certain kind of way. The stock markets are getting some momentum for the year-end rally, small rally, but still things look positive today. Also, the forex markets are drying up a little bit. Not heavy trending markets at the moment. Some kind of consolidation here and there. So let's get into that later on. Thanks for all the great responses to the new website, Trader with triple R, that stands for risk reward ratio. So trade, risk reward ratio. This is a new platform I've just launched. It's ready for 2018 to become even bigger. First of all, it's a blog where I will be posting some interesting content every week. For example, this was my last post about risk management. I wrote the article because of a question I got through my Instagram channel. Technical analysis is definitely a part of trading, is a big part of technical and consistently profitable trading, but you have to know what your risk is. So in this article, for example, I really emphasize what is important, how to manage your risk, how to build your portfolio. But here you can see you have to diversify. There are correlations in the market, so sometimes you think you're diversified, but because of some certain correlations you can get burned as well. This is an example. If you have €2,000 account, 2% risk, 1-to-3 risk reward ratio. On every trade you take, you can afford a $40 or €40 or 40 whatever you're trading loss, and of course your profit has to be a lot bigger to be consistently profitable in the long run, because there are quite some losers in trading. It's a part of trading, as we all know. So this is just an article on risk management. Take the time to read it. Why you need a mentor? Sometimes there's so much free information out there. A lot of people will trade a year or 2 years and think they've found a way all by themselves, and for some reason they fail to be consistently profitable. This Berkshire Hathaway, I did a exclusive multi-time frame analysis on this stock. The fun thing is, I did the analysis. The pullback on the daily chart was almost over, and this one started running right away. So thanks for all the great responses to that. A lot of people got a lot of money from that one. Some psychological things, the fear of trading from your mobile phone, the stress you are exposing yourself to all day is huge. How emotions can sabotage your trading. Well, this is an interesting blog on trading psychology, on technical trading. On this was an article on finding the right entry. For some reason, a lot of people ask me that they tell me they have trouble finding the right entry. Well, I have an opinion on entries, just looking at entries. So interesting to read. I offer mentoring. That's one of the things I do. I want to help people, as you may know. So this is all free content. Instagram, YouTube, it's all free. If you need that last step, you learn a lot, you need the last step, just hit me up. Let's get on Skype, one-on-one, just 1 hour. Let's see what we can do for each other. If you need 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, it's all good, but hit me up. I'm happy to help. Brokers, I put some reviews on 2 brokers. Thing is, these are these brokers. Thing is, if you join me trading through these brokers, I'm happy to help you do your to help you in your trading for free. It's no paid mentoring. Trade with me. Let the brokers cover the costs. I will help you become a consistently profitable trader. A little something about me. Contact. Feel free to hit me up. Well, let's get back to the trading and technical analysis. This is an update. Like I said, not really new things going on the last 2 weeks of the year, but this is natural gas. I pointed out this one, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that this has been moving in a certain range this year, and we are starting to come to the lower side of this range. Price held here for a long time on this support, but finally it broke out. So what happened? The setup, the stop loss got hit. We're out. No problem. Nothing's wrong with that. It's a part of trading, but we're out. Then the next resistance support level came in. We found it over here. Price bounced and is now well, we're waiting if this level will hold or if this level will break as well. If it does, there's a lot of room to the downside over here. Let's see how it plays out. You know, it's no we're not in a hurry to take this trade, but showing you guys certain trades, certain setups, that's amazing, of course, but managing the trades or coming back to those setups is maybe even more interesting. So these zones are not on the table anymore, so we can remove them later on. We see the bounce, we see a pin bar. So for those of you who are into the information within those bars, yes, this is a pin bar. Price came down hard, got rejected, and on the Monday it opened with a gap from last Friday, and we are finding some momentum back up for sure. So what do I think is going to happen here? I think the following is going to happen, and I'm going to watch it out, watch how this plays out. We got a bounce. I'm expecting this bounce, actually we got a bounce from this level off, to come back into this this area over here. Over here we will probably see a reaction because prior support turns resistance, and we will probably see another move back down. If this happens, we start to get interesting. It starts to get interesting again, because will this support level hold, or will we get pushed through, and will we be heading back up to this to the resistance or whatever? Is the trend gonna turn? If it does, that's great, because you know we will hop on that trend and profit from it. So this is you know, a lot of times people ask me, what do you think about gold? Well, you know, certain time I do an analysis on gold. We get in, we take some profits, or maybe we don't, and you never know what happens. And when I continue to talk to those people, for some reason they forget about gold. And I asked them, last week we were talking about gold, what happened? Yeah, I got stopped out, it's not interesting. What about the euro dollar? Make a watch list, make a list of what you're trading. If the market is consolidating, you're a trend trader, of course move on. But as long this was a certain setup, this is in a range, we are at the bottom of the range, so we are ready to take on some long positions over here, as long as this level holds. So this thing is still in play, you know what I'm saying? So I hope this makes sense to you right now. While I'm talking, I'm also interested in what this level has to tell us. It's not really clean, but okay, you get my point. Let's move on to the euro dollar, because everybody wants to know what's up with the euro dollar. This is the daily chart. Euro dollar is consolidating. We had the recent news on the rate hike, of course. The US tax plans are starting finally after a year. They start to go somewhere with those plans. So we got some indication that there is some dollar strength. Let's go to the weekly chart to see where this one is coming from, for those of you who haven't watched the videos every week. Strong uptrend. Finally we saw a pullback, and then we move back up, and we see another pullback again. So there is a certain trend level that seems to be holding as of now. So we'll be watching this closely. Price is moving up, so let's see what will happen from here on out, if this move up will continue, or if we will probably see some more downside potential. But I think as long as this support level holds, and as long as the trend line holds, I'm still bullish on this move. So let's switch to the 4-hour chart. Let's see what we have over there. Of course, this is a level that needs to be broken to continue. Maybe we don't know yet. Of course, we don't know. Maybe this is an interesting level to watch as well. There is some pressure building up within the euro dollar. If I would be trading this, I would be trading this within this area, because once up here we will run into a trend level again, trend line again. We will run into resistance again. There is a lot going on over here. This is actually, oh, wait a minute. This is a level with quite some meaning. As you can see, prior support, resistance, resistance, resistance again. So we have to see what will happen around here. So it's for now we have had this correction. We have a higher high, lower high, higher low. It's really starting to move into this area here, this cluster of support, resistance, trend lines. I think there are way better trades out there, but you know, I want to help you guys. Some people are in these kinds of trades and they want to know are they in danger or whatever's going on. I would suggest if you can get out of some of your positions in this area, I will do it, and let's wait for a break of one of these levels to be taken on new trades. So let me see. This one was another trade I was telling you guys about. I think the picture is better on a daily chart. This seems to be a move that's almost over. This is a support area, and from here on out, it looks like we are starting to lose some momentum. So let's see if an indicator can tell us a little bit more about that idea. We got a low. This is not actually a lower low, but momentum is shifting. On a daily, we don't really get that information. What's over here? We see a touch and a immediate turnaround, and we see that momentum is shifting here a little bit. I prefer if I use divergence on RSI, I prefer to base divergence on a lower low on the charts and then a higher low or a higher momentum on the RSI. So not really feeling this one, but you know, things are looking to be turning around. To give you guys an idea why and what we are looking at over here, this is it. This is a important resistance area. This was a important support area. So we are at quite an interesting area. So the thing, of course, is no rocket science. We're looking for over here, based on price action, is this one turning around and heading back up again, which gives us a nice ride within this range. This is the weekly chart, of course, so this is on the daily. It's quite some pips if you can, so you can catch this one. So interesting setup. Definitely taking this one. The Euro Swiss franc was an opportunity I shared. I think it was last week. I made some money in this area. I took my profits before the weekend. Right now I'm waiting to for this one to pull back a little bit, and also all the markets are ranging. So I'm just taking on short trades this week. So let me see. I got some on my watch list I was looking at over the weekend. I don't know how it is with you guys, but when you have some kind of obsession for something, you're on the toilet or you're in bed or whatever you are, and you're actually looking for opportunities. So it's kind of an obsession, but never mind. Let me get back. Let me get to my my list on my phone. I'll get back to you in a second. Yes, I found it. This was one of the things I got from the weekend. Here's the thing. Euro dollar. Just what looked at it. We got some British pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand. You got a lot of pairs. You got a lot of instruments to trade. If you are in the euro dollar, I would suggest, looking at risk management, you watch something like the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, for example. Totally different things. Try to make sense of that. Because it diversifies your portfolio. That's the whole point. So looking back at the website, the last article I shared with you guys, that's a point I want to make in that article. That is a way to be trading, to diversify your portfolio and not get caught up in huge swings. So this is the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. This is the monthly chart. Has been going up, but again, this is the monthly chart. So we're in 2009, where this all started. That being said, it's the monthly chart, but maybe we can get some trend line in here. Not really. This is not really a clean thing. I'm not gonna put it on. It's not gonna give me any information I should be aware of at the moment. So let's get a picture of where price is at right now. This is 2014, so this is quite some time. And as you can see, price has been in a certain channel again. So it's the end of the year. Not expecting some rallies, but this to me is an important level, because when price runs in, it starts to behave like this, a lot of pin bars. So price is looking to turn around. When it breaks through, it falls back in. Same thing here, break through, falls back in. So this is an important level to watch. Then on the lower side, we see kind of the same thing. When price runs into this support level, it turns around, starts moving again, with an exception of this one where price broke through and stayed there for a little longer. So for now, price has been came down over here and seems to be finding some momentum. Last week was a huge bullish bar, so momentum is really back to the upside on this one. We zoom in again, multi-time frame analysis, as you may know. So this move from resistance came down to support. We see momentum was shifting a little bit here. This is actually a divergence that does count to me. We see a lower low, we see a lower low, and we see another lower low. And over here we can see what I call, you can use the MACD for this as well, but it's some kind of momentum indicator. It's showing us that these lows, that price keeps pushing lower, but the RSI is showing us that momentum is shifting back to the upside. So for now, this is the daily chart. We've had some great moves back up here. Right now, it seems like we are running into a certain area of resistance. If this pushes through, we have another area. So talking about areas, maybe it's better to put this one like a zone up here, like a zone. When price moves into this area, I'm expecting a move back down, probably around this level. Why do I expect price to be coming down to this level? Because it was support again, it was resistance. So I'm thinking this one will be support when it pulls back, and after this I'm expecting another continuation pattern to the upside. So we're actually waiting for pullback. Trading is made by waiting, not by trading itself. So take the time, don't get caught up in the moment. This was actually a kind of a pullback already. So this is a setup for the daily chart if you want to play it safe. This is a potential setup. To even make things more clear, I would wait to enter around there. Of course, I want to get out if the level breaks and there's huge potential to the upside. So this is something I'm looking for. Let's see what the 4-hour chart tells us. The 4-hour chart tells us that price has already been here, so that's interesting. You could probably, you're gonna miss a trade if this happens. I would watch these lows if I would be trading this myself. This would be an interesting area to watch, but I'm definitely waiting for a pullback, and if it happens I would enter around here, but same thing goes, we would move back up. So New Zealand Canadian dollar, let's give you something more. This is the New Zealand Singapore dollar. What did I see over here in the weekend? This is the weekly chart again. This has been, it's quite choppy. I don't know if I like this one, to be honest. Let me see what I thought was going on over here. This is definitely a trend line we should watch. So the reaction of price over here is telling us something. There is resistance right in front of us, so that's a little bit, not really sure if I like that. As you can see, acted as support a couple of times, resistance a couple of times, support again, and now probably we are running into resistance over here, so this move is looking to end, but I'm expecting, let me see what the daily is telling us. Yes, we will definitely get a reaction around here and probably a pullback, if that trend line is in fact does have any meaning. This could be a pullback to these levels and maybe a continuation after that, because if this happens we have a reverse head and shoulders pattern as well, so could be interesting to see this one reverse. Go back to the weekly. What have we seen this year? We have seen quite a slam. Not really liking this one, to be honest. There is opportunity. It's the end of the year. Prices are ranging, so within this range there is definitely a setup. But this one has taken a beating all year, so I'm not really confident to be longing this at the moment. But you know, who knows? Don't forget that there is a support over here as well. Same area. So let's see what happens. Short trades, not on a short side, but just don't keep them open too long. So that's just some food for thought. Some setups. Try to play with it. Look for the minors, the majors. It doesn't care. Doesn't matter. I trade what I see. I trade what I technically see. So it's okay. Ask me for gold, ask me for oil, ask me for stocks, ask me for forex. It's all good. Trading is trading, technical analysis, and risk management is, if that's in place, you can make money in the markets. Thank you for watching. Please leave your comments below. Hit me up through the website, YouTube, Instagram. Let me know what you're thinking. 2018 will be a big year. Always new plans. I am looking to set up a community through a forum or through a Facebook private group or whatever media we're using, but I want to create a group, a private community where we will share ideas. Of course, that's interesting. So it's some kind of a signal service, but I don't believe in signal services just telling people get in over there, get out over there, and put a stop. There's no risk management, there's no psychology. You don't learn anything. In the long run, I think you get burned. If you don't know how to deal with greed and fear in the market and all these emotions. So the thing I want to do is create a community where first the educational part is on the top of the list. Then we will do technical analysis together, we will do setups together, we will go through why we're doing what we're doing, we're teaching. I think that's great. So get ready. 2018, I hope to be launching that community ASAP and teach you guys even more, trade together, go in and out of the markets, talk about these emotions. You know, for example, if we are in a long trade on a certain trend we've spotted and we are in a pullback, we're all in a pullback together. So let's share some thoughts. You know, I'm not feeling this. I was up 1,000 and now I'm back at 600. What do we do? Stay cool, stay in the trend, watch the charts. You know, it's good to share thought when it comes to emotions and fear. That's obviously fear. So also the other thing around, when it turns around and you start making money again, that 600 gets to 7, gets to 8. People think I should add to this trade. Oh, maybe you should. I think you should. After a pullback, it's great time to add to a position. So. But don't add when you're back at the highs again. That's probably a reaction area. So you know, those are interesting things to talk about, technically versus psychology. Okay, that's enough for now. Have a great trading week. Have a great year ending, and we'll stay in touch.